All right, guys, this is Benji from Team Legacy Invaders, and I'm here with Nico X Nico from Duel Amino.
Yellow. Yellow.
All right, and we're actually going to be viewing a duel between Alfred 501 playing Satellerknights and E-Hero Nerd playing Phantom Knights.
Ooh.
Yeah. Oh, mute the video? Mute the video? I forgot that I had left sound on.
Okay.
Yeah, you can let it keep playing, but um, Alfred opens with 1 Day of Peace.
Uh,
If we need to start over, just let me know.
no, we're good.
All right, great.
I got
1 Day of Peace is one of those cards I'm never a fan of.
It's an egg one.
Yeah, he
I
has.
personally, I don't like it outside of real gimmicky stuff like the Gishki FTK. Can't even do right now, but
Yeah,
it was a fun little thing to mess around with.
yeah. I only like it if you need to prevent yourself from taking damage from your own card.
Mm.
It'd probably be pretty good in a DDD deck if you couldn't put out a dark or something.
Then again, it kind of also screws over the OTK aspect of DDDs. So
Yeah. Well, I mean, you play it at the end of the turn after you've done damage because you're afraid you're going to kill yourself from your card effects.
honestly, if you need to do that in DDDs, you're not playing DDDs right.
I try not to assume 100% that there is a 100% certain way you have to play something.
Right.
But,
But
that's also referring to the OCG DDDs where there's a lot more OTK potential.
right, because you only really play four, maybe five, and this is most DDD builds, including the ones that I've seen and used. You only actually play four, maybe five contracts in the form of three gates, the fusion one, and then maybe you play the trap one
Yeah.
that increases attack points. But
Well, your opponent can always try and get rid of your dark for you, which isn't a good thing. All right,
right, and
so we have Deneb, Altair in hand, and a Rugged Gloves on field. And E-Hero Nerd banishes Phantom Wing to revive Ancient Cloak.
Breaksword play. Will he pop his own Breaksword? Probably.
Well, he's probably playing some sort of rank 4 Dark Monster.
Yeah.
So he gets Pseudo Fog Bladed.
I wonder if he's playing the launch Ophion thing.
I think it's partially a Speedroid deck, so he's got Shock Surprise in there.
Uh, that's I personally I don't even play Shock Surprise in Speedroids, but that's me.
Well, one card that can out two cards is never a bad thing.
Right, but I just I like this is my Speedroid build. I really like the graveyard in mine, so
All right. Well, yeah, some of the builds definitely revive a lot of tuners. All right, so we got Call of the Haunted for Deneb and Search for Vega, and I think that's because Altair is in hand.
yeah. And now he shall make a trivia play, probably.
Yeah, if he makes Trigger, he can recover his Call of the Haunted while setting Nerd back his Breaksword. Although that would make it so he can use the Breaksword again. Oh, he must have searched Una Kalhai instead. I thought it was Altair.
There's no real point in Altair, though, if you're going to make trivia, because you don't really need the extra monster's not going to do anything. So you might as well just get something that you can actually benefit off of.
That's true. Maybe he'll send Altair now so that he could revive
No,
it when
oh,
Trigger dies.
wait. Okay, I actually think I've played this guy before, because he's the only person that I can think of who played Alasham, and he burned me to death with it the last time we dueled. Like, that was his main strategy. I was playing Burning Abyss Phantom Knights, and he just kept bringing that card back, and he burned me for 6,000 points of damage with that card.
I've never seen it used for that much damage. I've seen it for like one or two thousand.
Oh, that was such a grind game. It got to the point where I ran out of Dante, so I just started trying to deck him out, like grinding with the Burning Abyss.
All right, so he pulls Speedroid Kid. That's its TCG name, right? That card's out, right?
Yeah, it is.
All right, and he upgrades into Diamond, which of course is the best possible Satellerknight for this
Right.
particular matchup.
We'll shut off the Phantom Knights.
Now, I think Trevor Diamond actually has an effect that says if you try to add a card back to your hand, it gets banished instead.
Uh, I need to reread that card.
Yeah, because that speed recovery, I think, could actually cost him a card from his graveyard while Diamond's on the field.
Well, if you don't kill it first.
That's true. Well, I play Infernoids, so people used to use this on me to prevent me from milling cards. But I think I was playing the trap that adds Infernoids from the graveyard to your hand, and I'm pretty sure it got banished. I don't remember if I highlighted Diamond again in the video. That's an interesting play.
I personally would have played Acid Golem and ran it over.
Well, he might not have been
He's
able.
playing Acid Golem.
It wouldn't be the worst move to do that. It would be a pretty good move. He just needs to find a way to deal with his own acid golem at some point, though.
Right.
All right, so he uses the neb, and I believe he searched Vega again.
If he was playing Downward Magician, it's actually fairly easy, but I doubt he's playing it to make room for synchros. I
Yeah,
assume he's playing synchros because it seems to be a Speedroid heavy build he's playing.
yeah. So there must be some sort of synchro engine in the deck. Although the card advantage is clearly in Alfred's favor here.
Actually, his deck kind of reminds me of the deck that Jeff Jones. He won something with it. It didn't have it was a Speedroid Phantom Knight engine like deck, but it didn't have the Burning Abyss engine. It
Yeah,
was like
people have
really
definitely
early,
been
like when Phantom
deliberating.
Knights just came out,
Uh,
and he used like E-Telly Ghost Ogre as his main way to get synchros.
it's a good way to play it. Although now Etelly's at 1, so got to find new ways. Although I lost track of who attacked. Is that it?
Yeah, that's it. I think he still has to have to attack.
You getting over a cold or something?
Yeah.
Oh no, he didn't have enough to attack for game. But there's nothing he can do. He's just gonna put out another. Oh, cowboy for game. It's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a long time since I've seen people play Cowboy. I kind of wonder why people stopped.
Um, Space is just tighter nowadays.
I guess. Like, even in, like, decks that can make rank 4s that aren't tight on space, I've seen a lot of people, they stop playing Cowboy.
Well, I mean, it only has its one use for ending a game.
Right.
So I guess it feels as if it's better to play something else.
That, and I think Upstart going to 1 might have a lot to do with it. Because there's no, like, duels now where they begin with 11,000 life points because you activated 3 Upstarts.
Yeah, well, Upstart's my least favorite card of all time.
I love it.
Yeah, I understand the view, but I don't like it.
Upstart is the card that you play because you don't want to actually think about playing another card in the deck.
Yeah,
Like
I
you
get
have
the
all your
idea of
combo.
trying to play 37 cards. It's just,
It's like you have all your combo pieces ready, and then you're like, wait, I need 3 spots to fill. Now I'll just put Upstarts.
yeah. I hate giving my opponents life points.
I think it's worth it.
I guess it depends on the strategy. Oh, did it? Was that it? Oh, sorry,
Mm.
my screen went back to Discord for a second. Taking an awful long time to decide.
Mm.
I think this is the longest anyone's taken to decide in any of these videos.
Personally, if I was a Satellerknight player, I'd definitely play Anti-Spell Fragrance, since he seems to be playing the Speed Droid heavy version.
Yeah, and if I were the Phantom Knight player, I'd be playing Fiend Comedian. I love Fiend Comedian.
I highly doubt that he's actually playing that, but
Oh, I'm obsessed with that card. If you like milling, you should play it in your side for when the matchup is appropriate.
eh.
It's
I
just
remember
like
testing it out in Burning Abyss and it failing miserably.
I use it in Infernoids, but I tend to only activate it when I need to banish something. Very
Eh.
rarely do I activate it for the effect of actually milling cards. All right, so we got Rhoda for Altair,
Yep.
but nothing's in the graveyard yet, so that might have been a bit of a premature use.
He's a Tellarknight player. He has to make sure that Altair is some
Well,
either in his
he could
hand or
just
in his
play it
graveyard.
when he's ready to normal summon it. This is the slowest turn ever. Oh, all right. So we got Vega.
Probably the Neb.
Unless he doesn't have anything else, he could. It could be Unikal or Alsham. Yeah, Deneb is the best choice, but since they play so few
Unless
monsters,
Altair. I would have added the Vega personally.
well, he's probably just going to summon the same Altair over and over again. So he shouldn't really need the second Altair all that much.
Right. That's why I would have searched the Vega.
Yeah.
I wonder if he's going to summon 106. That I
Uh,
found is a pretty good first turn play for Tellarknights if they can't make. Well, obviously they don't want to make Revere on their first turn, so.
I'm not familiar with my numbers. 106 is which one?
Giant Hand, I think.
Oh yeah, Giant Hand is 106.
Yeah, it used to be like $600 because it was a prize card, and then they reprinted it.
Yeah, I just went to the Philadelphia regionals and there was a guy there selling two Minervas for like $1,300.
Uh, hey, I'd like pick them up if you have the money and want to play a deck focused around milling that can make rank fours.
Yeah, well, he got him two for 1,000, so he was just trying to make a profit. Sounds like a
I
good
mean, I
idea.
only currently have one Minerva.
So E-Hero opens with Terror Top, searches Tekatomborg.
This seems more like a standard PK build.
Yeah. If you want to see an interesting PK build, Madman put up an interesting one on
Oh
the
yeah,
Amino,
PK freeze. That's what he calls it.
the PK Necros deck.
Yep.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. It didn't come up in his duel. All right, and he goes into a 2100 monster who we can't see. Chronomaly,
Oh, that's
Crystal.
the Chronomaly card that I've never seen a Chronomaly deck play. I've never used it or seen it used ever before this duel.
So he can force his opponent to take damage, but it's bigger than Dweller, so he can run over Dweller.
I'm surprised he isn't going for Dante.
Well, with Dweller on the field, nothing that gets milled to be productive this turn.
Right, but he could still run it over with Dante and then have a good defense. And since he's not playing the Burning Abyss engine, he doesn't have to worry about
That is
Dweller
true.
screwing him over because he can just activate all the graveyard cards next turn.
That's true. Not sure why he chose this over Dante. I guess I'll have to ask him.
Yeah.
Um, I can't think of a card that would make sense that he should be worried about for a reason to play that.
Yeah.
All right. Now, in my
It's a
experiences of playing
card
against
that's effective.
Satellerknights online, a lot of people seem to forget that they can only attack with Satellerknights the turn they activate Altair's effect.
Yeah. But yeah, like I looked at the effect. It seems powerful, but watch mouse over it or oh yeah, it's recording. Never mind. But
Yeah, I can't go over anything. I try when I
yeah,
record them to
okay.
go over every card for a little bit.
Yeah, the XYZ it's quite powerful, but like its effect doesn't really advance the game state at all.
Yeah, all it does is protect you, and none of these
Yeah,
monsters are really going to be trying to kill him. He's just
yeah.
going to bounce them all with Trevor, and then it could have been any monster.
Again, this is where playing Dante could have been nice because he could have had a graveyard set up if he got lucky with Dante.
Yeah, he could have had up to 3 cards that were usable.
Yeah.
And there's Trevor, ready to bounce everything.
Yep. Then detach with Trevor to nick a card out his hand.
And he drops what looks like Shock Surprise, so
Yep. Which probably wouldn't have done him much good anyway, because popping an opponent's Trevor is generally not the best idea.
well, it would have been a good way to deal with the 2 monsters that probably would have resulted from that. But
True.
he'd have been better off if he'd have actually tried to mill some Speedroids in advance.
Yeah.
Although I think he does have 2 Speedroids in the graveyard because he had a
Unfortunately,
Tekatomborg
but
and the
it's all
Terratop.
irrelevant now because it's gone. So,
Yeah, that's true.
yes, if I ever duel on here, it will be with a Speedroid deck I'm trying out.
Yeah, no problem. You can duel with whatever you want.
I'm trying out the Windwitch engine, and currently it is working very well. If only they didn't have the wind only clause on their thing.
Yeah, well, those clauses keep decks from being completely ridiculous.
Right, because if they didn't have those, it would be an Omega spam deck.
Well,
Like that is
I'm
exactly.
worried about Omega getting banned already with the new Dark Synchro deck.
Personally, I think it should be limited because any deck that plays 3 of it, because even most side frame builds I've seen only play 2. So decks that play 3 of it are probably extremely degenerate anyway.
That's true, but I think limiting a level leader would be more fair, or eroding level leader.
I mean, I have a friend who plays the Dark Synchro deck. He doesn't even play Omega because his deck works to it summons Sifra and Arclight because his field is absolutely insane.
Yeah, it can do plenty. All right, so we got Altair into Vega into Deneb, and Deneb is going to search. I
Probably all tier.
Yeah, might as well set up for next turn, right?
Yep, and he was probably going to make another Trevor.
But won't that bounce the current Trevor?
True, and then you have a Trevor cycle.
Oh, do you think he'd be able to deal damage and actually win the game just by attacking, or is he
I think.
short? I think he's
Wait, let me
short.
count. 21, 10.
He needs just about 3 2000s, which he doesn't have, so he can't kill him anyway.
Actually, I think if Vega was in attack mode, he could.
Yeah, but I think he had to be summoned in defense because of Altair.
Oh, yeah, true. Oh, I forgot Altair had that on him, the defense thing.
Well, I mean, he does have Cowboy. He could just Cowboy for game. Ooh, and the Sandstorm Mirror
Yep.
Force. Quaking Mirror Force out of nowhere.
Hey, maybe he could do that thing that this one guy told me where he runs Star Venom in his Satellerknights. Because he
Um,
makes that. Yeah, he makes the new Tellarknight, turns them all dark, and activates Poly.
oh, that's neat.
It seems kind of inconsistent, though.
Yeah, I've only seen that card played once, and I don't really remember what it did. I do know it made everything dark.
Yeah. I think it's a 3 of card. It's a very good card.
Alright, so we got Rugged Gloves, who allows the special summon of Silent Boots.
Yep. What will he make now?
Well, I honestly don't think he should do anything, because flipping any of those monsters face up will
Yeah.
just allow him to be exceed with, and clearing
He
away
may.
that Vega will just let that Altair be more useful. I don't know what his actual plan should be in the long run, but I don't think he has a good move here.
Yeah. Oh, definitely not the good move, because now he can summon another Travere during the next turn.
Yeah, because that Altair is just going to bring back one of those cards. Or Altair, yeah, the Trigger is going to bring back the Altair, and the Altair will bring back a card.
Altair is probably going to bring back at the net, or he could just bring back the Neb.
Yeah, I'm surprised he didn't pick Altair instead.
Yeah.
Maybe he has something else in his hand he'd like to normal summon.
Yeah, maybe the one that deals the salvin.
Well, he did lose out on like 5,000 damage because of that quaking Mirror Force, so extra damage
Yep.
isn't a bad thing here.
I wonder what he said. I assume it's probably a wing or something similar.
Yeah, I don't know, but I kind of find Phantom Knight Wing and Phantom Knight Sword to be better than Fogblade.
Yeah. I like Fogblade just because it actually gives the deck a reliable, like, crap it can use.
I've found certain people wind up in a position where they couldn't destroy their own Fogblade, so they kind of just got stuck sitting there, unable to do anything.
Well, I mean, again, it's mostly people. I like the idea. This is because I play Phantom Knight Burning Abyss, PK Fire, as everyone likes to call it, which is a name I hate, by the way. Uh,
Yeah, it's PK Dark, really. So,
if you're playing Fire Lake, which I have seen people at my regionals play, yes, you can call it PK Fire.
all
But
right. So Trevor bounces everything. So it's Trevor versus a bunch of defending, um, Phantom
yeah,
Knights from the graveyard. Matter of fact, pulling that sword out of his hand only made it easier for him to defend.
right. Personally, I would have pulled out after I'd done the damage.
If he remembered what it was.
True. But yeah, the main thing is Fog Blade, their monster, as kind of a Veiler-esque thing, and then pop the Fog Blade and the monster you Fog Blade with Break Sword. That's usually what you do with it.
All right. So he blocks with rugged gloves, and Nerd is still stuck with pretty much no offense, no defense. So it looks like it's just a matter of time.
Yep. Hey, maybe he has like a soul charge or something. Well, that's like a Tom board. He could probably do something with it.
Well, he can definitely revive a Phantom Knight, so he can at the very least
Yeah.
make some sort of Xyz monster. Although I don't
Personally, I
recall
would
Alfred
banish
actually
the
having.
cloak.
Yeah, I don't recall Alfred actually having a trap down last turn, so it's probably a new trap. So it could be a Fiendish
Has he
Chain.
Leviathan Dragon?
I haven't seen that in forever.
Same. I remember the only real reason that people actually ran it was because the best level 3 to run at the time. There was no better alternative. I remember when Plants used to summon it back when Sangan had the rule attached from Leviathan Dragon. You got to search all.
Yeah, but now monsters that are Xyz material aren't considered to be on the field.
Yeah.
And he's going to kill
Personally,
Trevor.
I think it was done for the best.
Well, it's made some interesting things happen with Norden. You don't actually have to Xyz summon with the Norden with the monster it revives, because Norden never leaves the field, so that card doesn't get banished. Alright, so Trevor
Right.
revives Vega. Vega is probably going to summon an Altair, and Altair is probably going to summon Deneb. Unless there's Elsham in the graveyard. Oh, Deneb.
Another Yuki. Most people I've seen only play one of those.
Yeah, and I feel like it's usually just because their count of the other ones is just so low overall that they need something stronger.
I mean, really with Satellerknights, you've got three guys that you pretty much you play them all at three:
Yeah,
Vega, Altair, and the Neb.
and then you throw in one or two of these things.
Yeah. And most Tellarknight players don't even like wish there was an alternative to Vega, but they play because they have to.
He can make that huge warrior monster now, right?
Well, number
Ramen
86.
Ganelon or something?
Number 86 is, I think, what it is. The heroic champion.
Yeah, I just can't pronounce his name because it's really long.
I hope he does. That would be fun.
It would be, but Altair's been summoned, so I don't know if he could attack with it.
Oh, yeah, true.
He might be able to, because it might be unaffected by card effects, I think.
I mean, with five Tellarknights, there's a lot of plays you can do with the extra deck. So,
And he's got 12 cards left in there. Probably no
oh,
Trivers left.
summons. And he nukes the board. Oh, he could attack. Oh, yeah, because it's not affected by other card effects. So,
Yeah, so he's in a pretty safe position, and now Nerd can't even
yep.
summon a monster to play defense.
All he can do is set. And he has a towers on board.
Yeah, he's probably just going to play defense for a couple of turns.
Yeah.
At least it's only one monster, so
Oh, no, wait. I think he's going to nuke the board again.
nah, he can only do that on his turn. That's just the effect
Oh, yeah.
activating to detach. I guess it makes more sense to summon Altair on your opponent's turn. That way you can attack on your own turn.
I mean, he could still attack with 86 because it's the towers, but
Yeah, that's true, but he might want to put out another Xyz monster with him.
true. I don't know what the XD monster could get rid of face down. I think Diamond Direwolf or that.
Well, he's just going to push for damage.
Yeah.
Photon Propiller Operative would be okay. Well, he's obviously going to attack with 86 and then
He'll
Excalibur.
fork it. Yeah.
And he still
I
can't play
was
any
going to
defense.
say that it would be amazing if either player drew Soul Charge, but yeah, E Hero Nerd can't actually do that now.
Well, he can revive one monster. I don't know why he would, but he could. But I don't think he can summon any monsters until the end of his turn.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So we have Instant Fusion for Norden. It's probably going to revive anything. Doesn't really matter. I think he's out of Tellarknights, actually.
Well, it doesn't matter because Nord negates. So
Yeah. Well, he'll probably just cowboy him twice.
yeah. Yep. No, no, to get some emerald.
I guess he wants to have more Tellarknights in the deck.
Yeah.
Shouldn't he have detached the Norden to put the Norden back? I guess he wants his Trigger back.
No, because now he has an extra. If he has all there, he has an extra. What's it called? Taylor Knight in the graveyard. He probably only plays like one, maybe two instant fusion.
So he banishes Ancient Cloak, which, as far as I remember, searches a monster to hand.
It's not. It's not going to do anything though because.
Can't summon.
Yep.
But he can set it, and at the end of the... Oh, I guess the... Yeah, I forgot that that had happened. He disconnected, but he had no chance anyway.
Yep.
Alright, so that's going to
So,
wrap this up. Any final
card
thoughts?
base speed droids use their graveyard a lot, so
Yeah, there was definitely no reason not to be playing any of them. Anyway,
yeah.
so that's going to wrap up this commentary. If you guys liked what you saw, feel free to like the video, subscribe, or leave a comment. I'm going to link the Amino pages for every person involved in this video in the
Hello.
description box. All right.
Well, see you all later.
All right. See you next time, guys.